Hello and welcome to another video. As you can see, this video is going to be very different from most of my videos that I do on this channel. For example, my gameplay videos and my characters singing videos. Um Before we start, you may notice that Zoran's name on one of the top things is shown as Zoran Kozaki. I don't know how it's pronounced. Instead of the Japanese symbols. I'm sorry it came out like that, but anyways, so yeah, this video is on an iceberg on the VTuber Zorin, which Zorin is like my most favorite VTuber. He is actually really underrated, in my opinion. And yeah, there's a lot to him. Some things you may do know, some things you may not know. So yeah, we're gonna be explaining everything right here in this video. So starting with the Zorrinkozaki channel. The Zorrinkozaki channel is a VTuber channel that is owned by a VTuber named Zorin. He mainly posts gameplay videos. That's what his channel mainly revolves on, and occasionally reviews. Usually happening, based on my estimates, once to twice a year. So yeah, not very often he does reviews. He does mostly gameplay videos. He plays different games, ranging from Monster Hunter, Zelda, Fire Emblem, and more. Next up, we have Zorin. Zorin is a VTuber. He is known as the Celestial Dragon Prince of Dreams. The Celestial Dragon Cursed Prince of Dreams, which we'll get to the cursed part later. Yeah, he has almost 10,000 subscribers. He is close to 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you can help him out by subscribing to his channel and leaving a like on his videos and commenting on his videos and his posts, yeah, that can really help him. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is Zorin's merch. Zorin has a wide range of merchandise designs, mainly involving artworks. So some of my favorite designs being the Thigh Astrology Manipulator, the Zorthrus, and the Blade of Existence art. Which we're actually going to talk about the Blade of Existence a little bit later. He sells his merch on his very own website. The prices range, of course. So yeah, if you're interested, is the link to his shop. It is called the Celestial Smithy. And last but not least, the last thing remaining in the sky section of the iceberg is Zorrin's Discord server. Zorrin has a Discord server that is growing in popularity. More and more people are joining almost just about every day. So here is the link to his Discord server. Go ahead and join. You can talk to everyone there, including Zorrin himself. They do a lot of fun things there. So yeah, you can go ahead and join if you want. Now, moving on to the surface. Zorrin's lore / backstory. Yes, Zorrin does have a lore, a backstory, also known as a lore. And here is his lore.
Comrade Kamala Harris and the communist left have also destroyed the economy.
Everyone wonders why I travel to other worlds. Universes are far and wide in culture. Many question why. Why don't I stay in the world I come from? Born into. They take one look into my world and say it is perfect. A beautiful utopia. A haven. But it is far from the truth. For just like all.
Okay, so did you notice that? Those swords? That has to do with the blade of existence, which we'll get to that later.
All worlds. Mine was created from darkness.
So apparently his world was created from darkness. Basically, it was literally created from nothing. So that's what he explains here.
My mother descended upon this star. The world and its denizens were in ruins. But she ultimately shaped this land to be blessed by the draconic elements.
Okay, so as you can see here, he mentions the draconic elements, which that's another thing we're gonna get to later. And his mother blessed the world with the draconic elements, bringing like life to it. Because as you can see right now, the world is like empty, like it's lifeless.
She gave so much to the humans of this world.
Okay, so that confirms right there that there are humans in this world as well.
Food, life, eternal.
So we notice some of the animals and creatures in this world, which we're going to talk about later. One which is very unique looking.
No peace. Everything was perfect.
Yes, everything was perfect until something.
However, time as a way to ruin everything. Throughout the many centuries, other humans wanted to repay her, not with tribute nor love, but blood. They are called the Tarnished. They were humans, bred by creation, but born to destroy. These humans believed we were tyrants because of our race, the Celestials, a cancer in the world that will one day enslave all humanity. However, they are the source of evil. This delusion manifested deep within them for centuries, tarnishing their very soul, becoming enemies of the goddess. And then that night came. Everyone, God.
The burning castle that you see here was also shown in the teaser.
In the blink of an eye, they committed atrocities upon my race, my friends, by tearing their heads apart, leaving them to burn, ripping their flesh and bone.
So as you can see, the fallen people that were dead that you saw there are his fallen friends, which we're gonna get to that later.
I fled as I watched my home in blood and flames. As the Tarnish take my mother's land and power as their absolute ruler, corrupting this blessed land. In darkness, my mother went missing, and all Celestials and those who were devoted, my friends, were all gone, and so too the Tarnish vanished.
So right there, he explains that basically his entire species got wiped out besides for him. Including his friends. And apparently the Tarnished also disappeared.
With no one surviving that massacre, I was all alone, suffering, haunted by the laughter of the Tarnish, wondering why they attack so viciously. I swear when those stars fall, they will be doomed, as I will avenge my mother, my brethren. With the power cursed upon me, I will snuff the life out of these Tarnished fools, and from their blood,
So he says the power cursed upon him. Yes, Zorin does have a curse, which, like I said, we are going to get to that later.
will fulfill my dream. A dream and a reality. A reality where I can save everyone, every soul in the universe and beyond, from fate. A future.
So, as it says here, he wants to save everyone from fate.
That is cursed.
Now, notice what he said here. A future that is cursed. What does this mean for the future of his lore? Like he also mentioned this. This was also shown and said in the past, which we'll get to that later.
That is my fate.
And he confirms there that is his fate, to save everyone from fate. So anyways, that right there explains Zorrin's lore. Next up we have Zyra. Zyra is Zorrin's girlfriend. She also plays a part in the role, which we'll get to that later. Well, very later, because it's in one of the deeper parts of the iceberg. Yeah, she is known as the Princess of Reality. He is the Prince of Dreams, she is the Princess of Reality. These two things are like opposites of each other. And actually, in Zorrin's world, apparently he explained that everything does have an opposite in his world. Like creation, the opposite of creation is destruction. Life, the opposite of life is death. Peace, the opposite of peace is war. Dream, the opposite of dream is reality. So that way you understand that. So yeah, that's who Zyra is. Next up, the Blade of Existence. The Blade of Existence is a weapon that Zorrin forged after what you saw just happened. He forged it from his fallen friends, Bones and Blood. And only he can wield this weapon. No one else can. Next up, Zorrin fan art. Zorrin has received many fan art, including from myself. A lot of fan art from myself, obviously. I've gotten really good at drawing him. So yeah, Zorrin does receive fan art, a lot of fan art, especially from me. Actually, most recent fan arts have been coming from me. So yeah, that explains the surface. Now we're going to Beneath the Waves. Project Rebirth. Project Rebirth is a project that Zorrin has been working on. Yes, notice the name, the title Rebirth. Because in his teaser to the second debut, he mentions that ever since he died, he started questioning everything, and then he mentions his rebirth, which I don't completely understand that. How did he die, and how did this rebirth even happen? I do not understand it. So anyways, the Project Rebirth, both, like, the entire teaser, the lore video, and the video revealing the Blade of Existence art is all part of Project Rebirth. Zorrin's second debut. Zorrin's second debut. Zorrin's second debut happened approximately 8 months ago, where he revealed his new model, which I absolutely love, by the way. Like, it really shows his personality. I love the details. Like, I just love it. And his avatar toggles have also gotten better. his tail can move now. Which I actually didn't know that he didn't have a moving tail before. So yeah, during Zorrin's second debut, he did reveal a lot about his lore. Some things, even though this reveal happened recently, some things he is still keeping a secret. A lot of things, in fact. So yeah, there is still a lot to be revealed. I'm just going over what I do know, and maybe some like theories and questions that I have. So yeah, that's what this entire video is about. So yeah, that's Zorrin's second debut. Zorrin's favorite game series. Based on what I know, his most favorite game series are Monster Hunter, Zelda, and Fire Emblem. I think there was a couple other ones, but I don't exactly know or remember. So yeah, that's going over Zorrin's favorite game series, especially Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is definitely a big one for the channel. That tends to get him bit more views. Zorrin's age, and when I say Zorrin's age right now, I'm talking about Zorrin's in real life age. Zorrin is currently 23. He is soon going to be 24 on December 7th. As far as Zorrin's more accurate age, we'll get to that later. So yeah, so the next part in the iceberg we're gonna talk about is the core. Zorrin's favorite foods. This is something you may not know, but as shown here, his favorite foods are spaghetti, chicken katsu, pizza, and mochi, which I actually didn't know the mochi. And he hates fish, which the truth about that actually is that he's actually allergic to fish. So it's not just the fact that he hates fish. He's actually allergic to it. So just to understand that. And it also shows his favorite desserts, which is cookies with ice cream and hot chocolate and red velvet. And he hates too sweet desserts. So he basically doesn't like desserts that are like too sweet. So yeah, that goes over his favorite foods, the dreamscapes. The dreamscapes is apparently a place that I think him and Zyra created. I don't exactly remember, but apparently Zorrin can turn anything from the dreamscapes into reality, but not from reality itself. So he does have a powerful ability, but it does have its limits. Chibi Zorrin. Chibi Zorrin is a miniature version of Zorrin, like shown here. This is the most recent Chibi Zorrin model render. As you can see, it's like a little cute little version of him. Which apparently In his first debut, he showcased an art of a more mature form of Chibi Zorin that had the spikes on his arm. So that's kind of interesting to kind of imagine how Zorin would develop, which I've actually had a dream like that where Zorin had updated his model again, but he started getting more like dragon-like features. Like in my dream, he gained these almost like the sea dragon fins. Like one fin was like coming from like one side of his lower part of his face, and then he had one fin on one of his arms. The fins were black with like glowing purple at the end, matching his glowing purple hair. So yeah, that's just a dream that I had. That is not confirmed. That is just a dream that I had. So just to clarify that. Zorin's first debut. This happened quite a kind of long time ago. But Zorin's first debut was where he revealed his first his very first version of the Zorin, the official Zorin character model. And he revealed not as much lore, obviously, in his first debut. In his first VTuber debut. And his first debut was when he first became a VTuber. When he first became a VTuber. Model before his second debut. Zorin's model was before his second debut was okay. Like it wasn't the best. Like he didn't have he only had like one extra hair piece on the top of his head instead of two. He didn't have the glowing purple hair. He didn't have the diamond on his forehead. He had a different outfit. His feet were different. And the very first version of that model, he did not have a moving tail. So his tail was just still, and his second model is just better. Though I kinda do miss his original model, especially as far as the outfit. But as far as overall aspects, his new model is better. And next, moving towards under the core. Now we're starting to get a little bit deeper. Model before his first debut. Apparently, he did have a model before his first debut. I don't remember exactly what it looks like, but I remember him showing it before. It was not that great. honestly. And he wasn't truly a official VTuber back then. And right now I'm about to explain what he actually was back then. Zorin was a PNG tuber. Zorin was what is known as a PNG tuber. Basically, he was still images of his character and made them look like he was having a conversation with you. So it's not a VTuber model, it's just an images, PNGs. So yeah, that's what Zorin was before he became a VTuber. Zorin possesses magic. While we may not know what Zorin is fully capable of, he does indeed possess magic, as shown here. His magic stat is 68, so he has a pretty good chunk of magic. So yeah, he does indeed possess magic. The Celestial Eye. The Celestial Eye is a symbol or like something that the Celestials have. It possesses very powerful powers based on what he explained in his first debut. And I don't know too much information about the Celestial Eyes besides for that. If you notice in Zorin's model, he has his own unique variant of the Celestial Eye within his right eye, as you can see right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. And that has to do with his curse, which again we're gonna get to later. Zorin's longest stream. Zorin's longest stream lasted 12 hours. This 12-hour stream happened I think last year before his second model debuts. This was a Memorial Day special stream, so he streamed for an entire 12 hours straight. So yeah, that was his longest stream ever. Now we're at the very bottom of the iceberg. Zorin possesses Eder and Zeder. Yes, you heard me. Zorin does possess Eder and Zeder. So if you see here, his Eder is literally maxed out. So yes, he is powerful in terms of his Eder, as well as his Zeder, which is 96%. So yeah, he is very high Eder and Zeder. Zorin's other stats. Now going back to here, we can see his personal information. He's known as Zorrinkozaki. His real name is unknown, which we'll talk about that later. He is a male, so he is a he. So just so everyone knows, male, he, him. His age, even though his age says 21-ish here, he is currently 23 years old. As far as his IRL age, his more accurate age is unknown. That's why it shows the triple question mark. His height is 175 centimeters, and this is his variation of the celestial eye. Like I was saying, he has a different variation of the celestial eye that it looks different from most celestial eyes. His I do not know how to say that, but basically his title. He is known as the Prince of Dreams, like I said. His affiliation is unknown, which is questionable. His aura level is unknown. His paragon level is unknown. His strength is 29. So he's not too strong as far as physical strength. His luck is only 9, so as you can see, he has really bad luck. Which apparently there is a reasoning for that, which he hasn't explained yet. Like I said, his magic is 68, his dex is 75, his speed is 34, so he's a little bit fast on his feet. I say a little. His defense is 24, his resistance is 35, so he is a bit resistant. His I think charm is unknown. His birthday, like I said, is December 7th. He was born in 2000. His race is celestial dragon. His favorite colors are black and white, which I didn't know about the black and white. Purple and gold. His favorite shape is a diamond. His language is English and Japanese-ish. He lives in Hawaii. So some of his favorite games here are Little King Story, which I don't know about that. Fire Emblem, Little Big Planet, Monster Hunter, Zelda, Kirby, Minecraft, etc. So there's other types here. So his favorite game genre is sandbox, hack and slash, RPG, Souls-like, survival, roguelike, action adventure, open world, and Metro. Okay, I don't know how to say that. Okay, I already explained the favorite foods, as you can see here. His favorite movies are, which I actually do not know any of these movies. I don't really watch movies. It's not really my thing. His animes, once again, I don't watch anime, I don't watch TV. I don't really watch TV, I don't really watch movies, I don't watch anime, so I don't know, but you can see it there. His favorite animals are foxes, red pandas, dogs, owls, wolves, and secretary birds. Interesting. And his close allies are, of course, Zyra. which we got a really nice artwork of Zyra here. I really liked it. The left eye is very pretty. Is that a symbol within her eye? I can't tell. But it looks like there's something within her eye. Anyway, she is pretty. Zyra is pretty. Apparently this was an old drawing of Zyra. She now has one blue eye, one yellow eye, just like how Zorrin has one red eye, one purple eye. So yeah, that's his other stats, if you're wondering. Zorrin's quote-unquote vent videos, especially before his second debut, he has done quite a few what I call quote-unquote vent videos, because I do not know what else to call them as, where he explains like situations mainly involving in real life that's going on, that's affecting the channel, or perhaps the channel is not doing very well, and he's like going through things, and that's why he does these kind of videos. So speaking of real life, Zorrin is a workaholic. Zorrin is you may not know this, but Zorrin is what is known as a workaholic. Is known as a workaholic. Basically he is pretty much addicted to work. Like he needs to be productive. Like he feels like he needs to be productive, and a lot of times this can affect him physically and mentally. So yeah, that's what explains Zorrin. Zorrin is indeed a workaholic. Now, moving on to the depths. The blade of existence bleeds. Yes, you heard me. The blade of existence does indeed bleed. We don't know the reason why it bleeds. And believe it or not, during his second debut, someone actually asked him about the blade of existence bleeding, and what he said is that that there is a reason, but he is not going to reveal that reason. So basically the reason for the blade of existence bleeding is almost like classified information, like something he just cannot reveal. Maybe he'll reveal it in the future, maybe not. We don't know. The Heroes 4. Zorrin had an original concept where there were going to be 4 heroes who were like going to adventure through different parts of their world or something, and regain the fragments, I think, and the question here is, who are the 4 heroes? I mean, Zorrin and Zyra has to be 2 of them, right? Or at least Zorrin. So if Zorrin and Zyra are 2 of them, who were the other 2? Like, who could possibly been the other 2, or are going to be the other 2? And if Zyra's not part of the 4, or perhaps Zorrin, who are the identities of the others? Zorin's fallen friends. So we talked about this earlier, that Zorin made a weapon known as a sword known as the Blade of Existence from his fallen friends' bones and blood. I'm not sure if there's more than three fallen friends, but the lore video only showed 3. So I'm believing that there is 3. And each of them also had a diamond on their forehead that fell out when the Tarnish killed them. And that's how the Tarnished accessed the draconic elements from his friends and other Celestials. No, as far as the draconic elements, what I think his friends elements are the red one being fire, the blue one being water, and the green one being either earth or thunder/lightning. That is my guesses for their elements. So that's not a confirmation of their elements, that is just my guess. And speaking of the draconic elements, the next topic we're gonna go on is the draconic elements. Based on the wings his mother had, there was 6 draconic elements, which I have some guesses on what the draconic elements are. Fire, water, either earth or lightning/thunder, either wind or ice, light and dark. That is my guesses for the draconic elements. Items within the second debut teaser. Now, going back to his second debut teaser, I want you to pay.
Every story has a beginning.
I want you to pay attention to the following items that appear. You will see like this void, and these items being sucked into a void. Some of these items are actually added to his new model, and some of them aren't.
Every story has a beginning, a happy beginning, a peaceful beginning, but some are cruel, born from creation itself. What if light was the true?
Well, the first item is this book, which he has been keeping this book a top secret. What sort of significance does this book have? Like, I have a feeling that it is a book. It may not be a book, but it just looks like some sort of book to me. But yeah, he is still keeping this book a secret, even after his second debut. What sort of significance or purpose does this book have in its lore, and will it help with defeating the Tarnished, is the question. I don't know, but this book is indeed very mysterious. You can see it right here. And you can see it being sucked into the void right now.
Evil
There it goes.
and darkness.
The next item you're gonna see here is, what are these 3 files? That is what I'm gonna call them, files. These are also visible on his new avatar, as well as the book. Like, what is that it's containing? And what is he gonna do with these? Like, these are very questionable items.
Is not what would be
And pay attention to what he says also.
are cruel, born from creation itself. What if light was the true evil, and darkness is not what we perceive it to be?
So he asks what. So basically, what he means is like, what if we're wrong about light and darkness? So is he? So is he saying that him and Zyra are ones of darkness, and that the Tarnished are ones of light, or is there something else going on here? Like that's what I want to know. And what does he exactly mean by that?
Ever since
Well,
I died,
the next item we see here is his necklace, pendant, charm, amulet, whatever you want to call it, or more like whatever it's called. During one of his debuts, I think it was his first debut, he did explain something about this necklace. That apparently he said that it controls soul, which is very interesting. So I feel like this necklace will have a purpose in the lore. I'm just not exactly sure what. But yeah, it's also a very nice necklace. And that brings a question also. Does Zyra have a necklace, pendant, or whatever of her own? That's something I'm wondering. And then pay attention to what he says here.
I started questioning everything.
So he says ever since he died, he started questioning everything. So it's like, what is going on here? Like, how did this entire death and rebirth happen? And if you pay attention,
Since I died, I started questioning everything.
and if you pay attention, you just saw his crown go into the void.
Even the true masters of this cruel world.
What is this?
Even the true masters of this.
What is this? Like, this is some sort of like emblem with like writing I can't even see, with like a variation of the celestial eye. What is that about? I feel like that is holding a lot of lore.
Cruel world. True masters.
What? I can't even see what that says. But anyways, this is probably the most mysterious item to me. Like, one of the most, besides for the book besides for the book and the three files or containers thingies. This I am confused about.
Of this cruel world, creation.
Now, now, pay, now pay attention to the eight masters of the world. So the first one is creation, which is for some reason represented by a person.
Destruction.
And then the next one is destruction, which is also represented by a person, but it looks like it has the opposite colors of creation. So you can see it, you can tell that they are opposites.
Life.
Life, which is represented by this wolf that apparently that is the wolf that we see in the actual lore video. That it looks like it has a celestial dragon's tail, which we'll get to that later. So that wolf represents life.
Death.
So death is represented by this butterfly, which the butterfly's design is eventually revealed in the lore video. Peace, which is also represented by a person. And you can see that what they want is peace. He's like, who are these people?
War.
War. Now, is this person a member of the Tarnished? Or are they not? Cause I know that the Tarnished have got to represent the war, right? Cause they're the ones who started this. Like, what?
Dream.
Wait, no, I don't think that's the Tarnished. I don't think that's the Tarnished.
War. Dream.
Look how he looks like.
Dream. War.
But it happens so fast. Anyway, Stream, which is basically representing Zorin.
Reality.
And Reality, which represents Zyra. So wait.
War. Dream.
So wait, so I noticed this is on this side, which Zorin's curse eye is on this side, which has this symbol. So that means does Zyra have one of her own? What I thought I was seeing in the little artwork of her.
Reality.
Like, does she have this?
I start to wonder if everything was fate. The reason why I roam across all worlds. And how I lost everything. I invite you to witness my origin.
To witness his origin.
My rebirth.
See, like his rebirth. So is his eyes closed as it was his death, and then he got reborn and gains that diamond on his forehead. Like this is very confusing. Rebirth reveal coming soon. Is this blood here? Or is that like extra decorations? And as you can see, we can see his new crown design.
The context in this video is part of the lore I've been building for years.
Okay, so that explains that part. Uh, Resistance, please, the hero's war. Zoran's lore accurate age. Now, we do know his IRL age, which is currently 23. Zoran's lore accurate age is questionable because he did say that aging works differently for Celestials, and he said that the model of Zoran that we're seeing now is his his child form, his kid form, but he's like a kid with a mature mind, which is interesting. So apparently, Celestials grow and develop and mature than than humans. So I'm wondering what is Zoran's lore accurate age. However, he did say first in his first teaser thing he did before his first debut that blood of an ancient star. Now ancient means something that is over 1,000 years old. So based on this information, he has to be over 1,000 years old. But maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We don't know for sure. Zyra's purpose in the lore. Zoran did say that Zyra does have a purpose in the lore, but it's like way later on in the lore. But then, uh, but then I'm wondering what exactly is Zyra's purpose in the lore. Like, is she gonna help defeat the Tarnish? Is she gonna help for something afterwards? Like, what is she going to do? Yeah, that is very. Yes, I feel like Zyra is just as mysterious, if not just a bit more mysterious than Zoran, because we don't know as much about Zyra as much as we know about Zoran. So yeah, moving on to the abyss. Now we're getting to the real deep parts of this. Creatures within Zoran's world. So as shown, as shown in the lore video, there are multiple creatures within Zoran's world. Animals, including a wolf dragon hybrid. Um, I also saw a few like deer with like a bit of purple on their horns. A few like bunnies, rabbits, and of course the butterfly. So yeah, there are other creatures within Zoran's world. Zoran's curse. Now, like I explained earlier, Zoran does indeed have a curse. He explained he did not get inflicted with this curse, which that's what I originally thought happened. that he got inflicted with the curse, but actually he was actually born with the curse, and that no one knows what the curse is truly capable of or can do or whatever, not even himself. So that's kind of scary actually. Like what is that curse truly capable of? And the thing is, can he does he have full control over the curse, or could he possibly lose control over the curse and the curse takes over him? And if the curse takes over him, that's gonna be really scary. However, during his Guys Magorn video before his second model debut, um, he used a specific toggle which caused the something to happen to the right side of his face, which apparently he can control this. So perhaps he does have control over this curse, or I don't know. And anyways, next up is Boot and Stream Startup. This is in referring to this image here. If you notice right here, there is there is a boot right here, which honestly, from the way I'm viewing it, it doesn't look like Zorn's shoes on his new model. This looks like a different boot. But if you notice here, it doesn't look like Zoran has his shoes on, so perhaps this is his shoe, but it doesn't exactly look like it. So that's why I'm questioning that boot here that is like shown in the right side here. Zoran's death. Now, as we saw earlier, he said that ever since he died. What what does he mean by that? Who or what killed him? And how did this rebirth even happen? Perhaps he went to go face the Tarnished and he got defeated and then he got reborn somehow, or perhaps something else happened. I'm not exactly sure. But yes, Zoran's death is definitely one of the major questionable questionable things that I have going on as far as Zoran's lore. Zoran's powers and abilities. So far, only one of his abilities was revealed, and it was that within the dreamscapes he could turn anything from the dreamscapes into reality, but not from reality itself. But so far, that is the only ability he revealed. So what are his other abilities, especially in combat? I'm really interested in. So, like how powerful is he really? Creation and destruction are represented by people. So if you saw in the teaser, creation and destruction are represented by people. Who are these people? And the same thing goes for peace and war as well. Originally, I thought that the war was like one of the tarnished members, but something seems off about that person. Like the color of the thing on the side of his face seemed a bit off, or perhaps that was an early design of the tarnished. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, who are those people? The ancient tablets. Now, this goes way back to his 1000 subscriber special, back in his PNG tuber era. Let's see if I can bring that up. Excuse Aaron.
What should we do for dinner?
Chicken. Pizza.
So we're going to skip to the part where he mentions the ancient tablets.
The ancient tablets. These are possible, inaccurate information about my story, hence why they are called ancient tablets. Just like how that pirate
So what he says is basically these could either be lore accurate or not lore accurate. Basically, they're concepts. They're concepts that were made by Zorin himself. So they are official concepts, but they are either lore accurate or not lore accurate. And I want you to pay attention to some of the artworks he shows.
mentioned in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Tales that turned into rumors and
Okay, I'm going to be skipping.
becoming fictions before fading away entirely.
You may be wondering, just a story, that's it? Yes, I know that you expected more. But this story, this channel lore is very important to me. It is the way
Okay, pay attention to the artworks he showcases here.
I view about life, the universe, and its
Oh, okay, sorry everyone. Sorry everyone.
the ancient. I know that you expected more. But this story,
Now pay attention.
this channel lore is very important to me. It is the way I view about
Okay, so the first image. Oh my gosh. So the first image he reveals here is of apparently himself and Syra, I think, as well as someone else. I don't know who this person is. Perhaps it's like an older form of Zoran, but it doesn't exactly look like him because the hair is dark.
life and the world. It contains
However, it does have the two colics. It does have the two hairpiece thing.
a lot about my character.
This is too chaotic. Okay. Okay, apparently the next. Hold on, go back. Go back.
My personality. And it also contains this channel lore is very important to me. It is the way I view about life and the world.
No, no. He also says he's been writing this story for 5 years, but this was during his 1,000 subscribers special. So as if you didn't notice in the new video, he has now been working on it for eight 8 to 9 years. So he's been working on it for even longer now.
It can
So the next image we see here is of apparently another celestial dragon character. I do not know who she is.
Contains a lot about
Okay, and then the next image we see here is of, I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of mask. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
my character, my personality.
And then we see an original concept of Zorin sleeping with his original sword, as well as this lady right here.
And it also contains
Okay, so we also get to see this image, which I'm not exactly sure who this is either.
the view I have about
This this is a detailed drawing of someone. I don't know who that
the
is.
universe and its complex rules of time and space. The video will most likely be short.
So yeah, that explains the ancient tablets, which are basically like things that can be either lore accurate or non-lore accurate. Now we are at the deepest level of the iceberg. Are you ready for this? Zorin's real identity. Now, even though he is known as the Celestial Dragon Prince of Dreams, what who is he really in real life? He is keeping this a top secret. We know his real age, which is 23, but we don't know who he is really. So, which I know for a fact this is not going to be revealed no time soon, or probably at all, probably not at all. So yeah, Thorin's real identity remains a secret. A cursed future. Now, if if you go back, you will notice that he that he at the end of his lore video he said a future that is cursed. Believe it or not, he also said this in the, well, he didn't say it, something actually happened that said the future is cursed in his first teaser. And I want you to pay attention here.
No coincidence that the presidential debate took place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a relatively new
So far this seems like a peaceful thing. Like it says, what if the perfect world? No, he says, but it was lost in time. Wonder what there is a way. Now, did you notice that glitch? I want you to pay attention to these glitches. Now, right here we can see like a concept of, apparently this is probably like a more mature Zorin. This looks like a very mature Zorin with like a black cape. He looks pretty cool. Or perhaps this was him before his death. I'm not sure. version of him. Like, is this him just dressing up as a character or whatever? Or was he actually a human? Yeah, I'm just curious of what that is. Oh, glitch again. Pay attention to this part. Everyone, please pay attention to this part. It will say the future is cursed.
The future is cursed. Future is cursed. Future is cursed. Future.
Did you notice that? It kept saying the future is cursed, but how it was portrayed here, like if it's almost like if something bad is going to happen. So I don't. So that makes me think that is this story going to have a good ending or a bad ending, or perhaps even a bittersweet ending? Who knows? But from how it was shown here that the future is cursed thing, it definitely looks like something bad. Like it's just a bunch of glitching and stuff. And the rest of that video is when he revealed his first model, which since I didn't show what his first model looked like, here's what it looks So yeah, that was his first version of the Zord model. Next up, we have Zorn.exe with a question mark. Now he already has a curse, so is it? So I know a lot of characters do end up having a creepypasta slash exe version. Like, is it possible that Soren.exe or a creepypasta of Soren could come into existence? Especially since Soren has a curse, I don't know. I mean, I do have a concept of Soren.exe, but I currently do not have an artwork of it. This is a concept that's in my mind. But yeah, this is not something that is confirmed. This is rather a question, and theory of mine about Soren.exe's existence. The quote unquote not allowed to mention Zyra incident. A while ago, Zoran made a announcement in his Discord server that we're not allowed to mention Zyra as his girlfriend, but refer to her just as a character within the lore. He says that nothing bad happened, but I want to know what exactly did happen, and why would it make him make such a decision in the first place? Apparently, something had to happen. So yeah, I am very curious about about this situation. Now, the next thing, I'm not gonna say it, but apparently, some of his Discord members, one of his Discord members made an art like that, made an artwork like that I did not get to see, and even if I did get to see it, I will not show it here. But yeah, anyways, there's just rumors going around about that. I think no, I don't think rumors. I think it actually was a thing, but I'm not exactly sure. And last but not least, the quote unquote triple question mark Discord rule. This is in referring to before his second debut, Zorin had a Discord channel rule that was called triple question mark. Now, the image that went with this role was very questionable, and it was indeed giving me creepypasta exe vibes. So, which is one of the reasons of the Zorin.exe theory. So yeah, that role was indeed very mysterious, but recently after his second debut, the the role was removed and apparently replaced with the stars role. So yeah, that is the Zorrinkozaki Iceberg. I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and please subscribe to the Zorin Kozaki VTuber channel. It'll really help him out. Please help him get to 10,000 subscribers, as I'm trying to do whatever I can to help him out. And I hope you enjoy the video. Bye.